Today's learning target is I can write and solve two-step equations. When we're asked to translate sentences into equations, what we really have to do is break them apart. So we can see in this one, Zach has 6 shirts. This is 4 less than twice the number of shirts, N, that Xavier has. Now that can sound confusing, but if we break it apart, it's not so bad. If it's an equation, we have to have one side equal to another. So here it says Zach has 6 shirts. So Zach has, okay, that's going to be one side, equals 6. So now let's take a look at what else we have. This is 4 less than twice the number of shirts, N, that Xavier has. So they want us to use the variable N. And I see twice the number of shirts. Alright, so that would be 2N. And now I see it's 4 less than the 2N. So that would look like this. So this would be 4 less than 2N. So here would be my equation. So here's another one. 8 more than the quotient of a number, y, and -3 is 24. I'm going to start with this because I know is another word for equals. So let's write is -24. Now I'm looking for key words, and I know quotient means divide. And I know 8 more would be adding. So I'm looking at 8 more than the quotient of a number, y, so there's our variable, and -3. So let's see if this makes sense, the way I've written it. So 8 more than the quotient of a number, and -3, so that would be my quotient, is -24. That works. Alright, this one here says, Juan's father was 29 years old when Juan was born. This year, the sum of the ages is 53. Find their ages. Okay, now I see a key word in this. I see the word sum, and I know that sum means I'm adding. Okay, so if I take Juan's age and add that to his father's age, the sum is going to be 53. Now, I don't know Juan's age, okay, and it makes sense then for me to use J for Juan's age. Now, some people think, oh, let's use F for the father's age. The problem there is then we have 2 different variables, and that's going to create an issue. But we know that Juan's father is 29 years old when Juan was born. So that means he's 29 years older than Juan. So to do that, we can use the variable J for his father's by doing this. He's 29 years older than Juan. So he would be 29 plus Juan's age, and that would be his father's age. So now I saw that key word of sum means I'm adding these. So I write down the variable Juan's age plus his father's age, which is 29 years older than Juan. Okay, and the sum of that is 53. Now I see I have like terms. There's a J here and a J here, and I add those 2 together. That would give me 2J plus 29 equals 53. And I know step 1 is to get rid of anything not attached to the variable. So I subtract 29 from both sides. That will cancel out. This gives me 24. And left over here is 2J. Now I divide both sides by 2. Okay. Now J equals 12. Now I have to remember, what does J stand for? Well, J is Juan's age. So Juan is 12, and his father is 29 years older than Juan's age. So we can substitute 12 in for that, and that would give me 41 years old for his father's age. Let's look at one last problem here. This one says, Logan collected pledges for a charity walkathon. He will receive total contributions of $68 plus $20 for every mile that he walks. How many miles will he need to walk to raise $348? So I'm trying to find how many miles he'll need to walk to raise this $348. So the variable that I'm going to use is M for miles. Okay, now I know that he has $68 of total contributions. So I'm going to put that down here. Okay. Now I know that he gets $20 for every mile that he walks. So to show that, it would be 20 times M, because it's $20 for every 1 mile. So let's put that into our equation here. So plus $20 for every mile he walks. Okay? And now he wants to raise, it says, $348. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, all right, let's take the $68 that he had in contributions, plus let's add $20 for every mile that he goes, and we want that to equal 348 because we want to see how many miles he has to go. And now we have an equation that we can just solve. So step one is I'm going to get rid of anything not attached to the variable. I'm going to subtract 68, which will cancel out, and I do that to both sides. Okay, that's going to leave me with 280 over here, which is equal to 20m. And I know to get that m by itself, I have to divide both sides by 20. Okay, that cancels out. And that will leave me with m equals 14, and don't forget your label of miles.